Hi, I'm Pattu from FreeFinCal. On this video, let's talk about HDFC Small Cap Fund. This has done quite well in the last 1 year or so, and it has protected investors from the fall in the small cap stocks since January 2018. So it's been impressive from that point of view, but is it good enough to begin investing in? So let's talk about that. So this fund has got a checkered history. So it was part of Morgan Stanley. It was called the ACE Fund. It was a multi-cap fund and launched on April 2008. When HDFC acquired Morgan Stanley, they made it into a mid and small cap fund, I think in 2014, I think or so. And then just in November 2016, they changed it into a full-fledged small cap fund, although it continues to hold a good amount of mid-cap stocks. And the first thing you should recognize is, and the main reason why I'm taking up this fund is, please don't go by the star rating and don't look at the performance since inception of a fund without looking at the history of the fund and how it has changed its investment strategy. So if you want to look at it as a HDFC, as a small cap fund, if you want to look at it as a small cap fund and invest in a small cap fund, then only the performance from November 2016 matters. But even then, even within that very short period, which is not even 3 years, the fund has not held a significant amount of small cap stocks. So you have to keep that in mind, and well, let's look at how it matters. And look at the AUM of the fund. Yeah, it was just 772 crores in February 2016. And it increased only to about 946 crores in February 2017, which is okay, which is reasonable. But just 1 year later, 946 crores became almost 2,700 crores. That's a huge jump. And then another year later, it became 6,300 crores. So from 2006, at least you can say that from 946 to 2669, the increase was partly because of inflow and partly because of the small cap movement. But between 2006-69 and 6311, the index actually fell. The small cap index fell quite a bit. So much of it is actually due to hard selling and herd instinct and inflow because of the investors putting money into the fund. So be careful. This is sourced from Motilal Oswal's securities website. The link you can get from my article linked in the description box. So that reminds me, because I've been talking about AUM increase and watch out for sudden increase in AUM. So you can use this website to check it out. Now, one thing I do not like is that in the presentation file for this fund, which is available in the AMC website, you can get again link from my article. They say that they ask if are small caps risky. They say that the volatility exhibited by the small cap benchmark is actually comparable to that of large and mid caps. And this is a very biased, cherry-picked data where they actually look at one particular data point. And having said that, they say in the bottom, small caps carry a higher risk of market fluctuations and also prone to higher liquidity risks. Small caps are strictly not comparable to large caps. Why do you put this disclaimer and compare them? This is just nonsense, and this is misrepresentation of facts. Just for this, I will not touch this fund. This is the reality. I plotted the 10-year rolling standard deviation or rolling risk or rolling volatility of Nifty small cap. This is the topmost line here, which is in brown. The green is Nifty Next 50. The red is Nifty 50. The white is Nifty 100. The pink is Nifty 200, and the blue is Nifty Mid Cap 100. Notice that the volatility of the small cap index is considerably higher and is always higher than all other indices. So please do not go by this assumption that small cap funds in the long run they will work. Don't go by all these assumptions. Small cap funds, they'll go up, they'll zoom up in returns and they'll fall down in it. It's almost like you'll be running in the same spot. So please look at my video where I've compared large caps versus small caps versus mid caps, and do not have too much of small caps in your portfolio. I'm just doing this because many people have asked me. I will not touch any small cap fund. It's just too risky and it's not worth the effort for the kind of risk involved. So this is the performance of the fund since it became a small cap fund, and it has done well, but it has not been able to outperform the small cap index before January 2018 because it did not have too much of small caps, and it did not fall as much as the small cap index, and it protected investors because for the same reason, because it had a significant amount of mid caps. So it does not have a considerable history as a small cap oriented fund, and you should keep that in mind before choosing it. And this is a comparison with peers, and you can see that the HDFC Small Cap Fund, this is the blue line. It is kind of it's somewhere in here, but it has outperformed from this point to this point. It has outperformed all other funds. The green is SBI small cap. Notice that it went higher, it rose higher than the index and then fell more than other funds here. So beware of these funds. I personally would prefer a fund like a fund which kind of doesn't, where is Franklin Lamb? Look at Franklin and Access Small Cap. A fund like this which does not raise as much and does not fall as much. That is actually a better kind of fund. And actually, Franklin Smaller Companies, I have reviewed this. You can actually look at the video, and it has had a much better track record, longer track record as a small cap fund, and a better one. Of course, it also had problems in the past when it was a closed-ended fund, but after it became small cap, and it has been a small cap for a few years now, it has had a decent track record. So my advice to you would be to not consider small caps, especially when you're young. Don't say small caps will do better in the long run. All this nonsense, just mis-selling, because AMCs can make a lot of money only in the small cap and mid cap space. They will mis-sell and misrepresent risk. So do not have too much of small and mid caps in your portfolio. If you want a small cap fund, choose Franklin Smaller Companies, or you can take a chance with this fund, although it has got a short history. But if you want a choice between 2 and 3, if you say I want a small cap in my portfolio and want a choice between 2 and 3, my suggestion would be to go to Franklin Smaller Companies, because although both of them have got comparable AUMs at this point in time, going forward, because Franklin does not have a bank and it does not have a demat account network and so on, it will not be able to push the AUM of this fund up by selling like HDFC or ICICI mutual funds would do. So and Franklin has got a decent performance. You can see the video associated here. So I think I would stay away from this and choose something like Franklin smaller companies if I want a small cap, but better still, stay away from all small caps. So thank you as always for watching. Have a nice week ahead, and I'll catch you later. Bye bye.